The 2026 Toyota Corolla sedan. We have some new updates to talk about, and this video is going to be focused on the sedan. I've already done a separate video covering the hatchback updates for 2026, but regardless, stay tuned until the end of this video where I will be sharing with you how you can save 12% off the MSRP on the 2025 Toyota Corolla sedans. Okay. Now let's get started with the highlights first. The 2026 Corolla sedan will be receiving blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert as standard for all the trim levels. That is amazing to see. And also the 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster that is now going to be standard with the XSE trim level, and the other two trims, the LE and the SE, they're going to receive a 7-inch digital gauge cluster as standard. And we only have 3 trim levels here: LE, SE, and the XSE. The FX trim level from last year, that has now been discontinued. Regardless, these vehicles, they will continue to be powered by the 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine with 169 horsepower and 151 pounds-feet of torque. With this engine, you can expect to receive 35 mpgs combined. And you are still able to get the hybrid version as well for 2026, but I personally would never recommend it. Not only does it cost more money, but the fuel efficiency achieved by the regular 4-cylinder, it is so good, it's pretty much already in hybrid territory anyway, especially if you try to hypermile it. Regardless, those are the highlights. Now let's get into some of the details here. These Corolla sedans, they will be coming with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto as standard, along with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. Really love the fact that they've made the blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert standard across all the trims. This is something that even with Toyota's flagship sports car, the Supra, even if you go with the top of the line premium model or the final edition, you have to pay over $1,000 for an additional package to get the blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert with Toyota's flagship Supra sports car. Here with the Corolla, they're giving it to you as standard across the board. Amazing. And I already mentioned that there's only 3 trim levels, no more FX edition. So the entry level model, that's going to be your LE, then you have the SE in the middle and the XSE at the top. I personally have always recommended the SE trim level of the Corolla sedan. I think it's one of the best value propositions. It drives excellent, looks pretty good, and personally, even after all of these years, I still love the SE Corolla. It is a vehicle I would still consider in the compact sedan segment. And with the LE and the SE, you're getting that 7-inch digital gauge cluster. You step up to the XSE, you get the 12.3-inch digital gauge, but I personally do not recommend paying more than you have to on compact vehicles like this, so I would avoid the XSE, but that's just my opinion. Especially since the SE models, they already come with the nice looking wheels, they get the handling upgrades. It just drives superb and it has plenty of character. And I also would not recommend the LE trim level. It comes with the 16-inch steel wheels. Once again, I just think SE is the best balance for looks, features, driving, etc. Anyway, the 2026 Corolla sedan, it should be arriving at Toyota dealerships in the fall of 2025, and we do have the official pricing. The LE sedan, it's going to start at $22,725, but make sure to add $1,195 for the destination fee to all of the prices that I am listing. And these prices, they have of course gone up compared to last year. The gas models, they've gone up by about $400 across the board, and the hybrid models even more so. So yeah, definitely I do not recommend going with the hybrids. It's just not necessary, and that additional cost, it's not really justified in my opinion. But that's everything you need to know regarding the 2026 Corolla sedan. As promised at the beginning of this video, here's how you can save 12% off the MSRP on the 2025 Corolla sedan. That's going to be through AutoCompanion. He is one of the largest car brokers in the United States, and he's got dealerships primarily in the Washington, D.C. area, but he is able to offer nationwide shipping, but shipping is something you have to pay extra for. And as you can see by these prices and these discounts, his shipping and also his broker fee, it's going to be well worth it, because for the longest time, the Corollas were trading for at sticker and sometimes even above sticker. Now you're getting 12% off the MSRP, and that's before the incentives. That's incredible. So on something like a $27,000 SE trim level Corolla sedan, like the one that I recommend, 12% off, that's like $3,000 off the MSRP. Truly one of the best values now in the compact car segment for sure. And it's actually a vehicle that I would even personally consider keeping after the warranty period is up. This is not just some disposable lease and dump vehicle. So personally, I would definitely take advantage of a deal like this. The only other vehicle I would consider keeping past the warranty period is something like the RAV4, like the LE or XLE trim levels. On those, AutoCompanion has 10% off the MSRP, and also if you're interested in Camrys and the Prius, he's got 10% off on those as well. The pickup truck deals are pretty excellent as well. 12% off on the Tundras and 14% off on the Tacomas. So if you want a lease vehicle where you potentially have like perpetual positive equity and you know you're not going to be putting 1,000,000 miles on the vehicle, leasing and dumping a Tacoma might be a really affordable way of getting into a high resale value vehicle. Of course, hindsight is 2020. I'm just saying, but the Corolla deals, incredible. Also, I mentioned that 2026, we no longer have the FX trim level of the Corolla. Well, for 2025, that did exist, and AutoCompanion is offering 12% off on the FX Corolla as well. So if you're interested in that, there you go. As mentioned before, he does charge a broker fee to access these deals, but to get some of the best Toyota prices in the country, his fee is well worth it. And he did say that if you go on his website and you fill out his inquiry form and you mention my channel, he did say that he'll take some money off of his fee. And I really appreciate him doing that for my audience, because AutoCompanion is not just helping us save money off the MSRP, he is also helping us save on time, the dealership games. You don't have to play with any of their shenanigans or put up with their nonsense fees like tint fees, nitrogen fees, etc. You just get the car that you want, and it is a headache-free process. So if you found value with this content, make sure to like and subscribe. I will have all of AutoCompanion's information in the description box for you to check out. He also has a free leasing calculator that you can see. But thank you so much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye.